And I am sure nobody, no one in this chamber will move against this motion, going by the heading, because there is no gainsaying when we say that our tertiary institutions in Nigeria need an urgent intervention from government. But Mr. Speaker, before I go further, I want to correct the presenter of this motion that I quite disagree with him when he said education has collapsed in Nigeria. Until today, education is working in Nigeria, because I'm sure if we have 100 graduates in this chamber, over 70% are products of Nigerian university. Mr. Speaker, you are a product of Nigerian university. I'm sure DS is a product of Nigerian university, but I'm not sure the majority leader, because I'm sure he was born with silver spoon. I don't know whether he's among those who studied abroad. Mr. Speaker, until today, Nigerian graduates are among the best across the globe, despite the enormous challenges, despite the decay, both infrastructural, the human resources, and others decays in our tertiary institutions. We produce the best until today. Until today, we still have the best brain from Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, at times, I do ask myself, why do we make a lot of grammar? The issue of education, debate about education, reform about education in Nigeria has been on and off for over 20 years. For over 20 years, Nigerian educational sector is not getting the desired attention it deserves from government. But until today, we are yet to ask ourselves the important question of why. Yes, Mr. Speaker, day in, day out, we will have reforms. Government will tell you that they have reformed this, reform XYZ every year. But what are the outcomes of those reforms? Today, if I may ask, what we are having in Nigeria in the last 20 years, yes, we can say budget, but it's a mere allocation of figures, whereby everybody can come. Yes, I can say that I dedicated 15% of my budget to education. But the basic question is, yes, you allocated. What about funding? I think in the last 2 weeks, our various standing committees embark on oversight. If I may ask, today is the 28th of November. What is the total allocation with regard to capital? We are only paying overhead and recurrent, but what is the total allocation with regard to capital? So even if you make allocation, it's one thing, but funding the allocation is another thing. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the problem of education in Nigeria is something that is beyond the issue of reform. We need to tell ourselves the bitterest truth. We have challenges, and how are we going to confront these challenges? And the solution to such challenges needs to emanate from these very chambers. That is the National Assembly and the state assemblies. Because tertiary education is not only the responsibility of the federal government. Yes, I heard the presenter of the motion, despite the fact I support the motion, saying that federal government has enormous resources. I don't expect that presentation from a national legislator. I only expect that from a state legislator, Mr. Speaker. Because the impression people have that we have vast, but why is even the vast? How much is government funding? If we have vast, we have the chairman, tertiary education here. I expected the federal government to say that they funded education or the budget with 80% as of today. I doubt if government funded the capital of education up to 80%. So the issue is we need to be according to our clause, not even according to our size, according to our clause. Our budget should be tailored toward what we can afford to fund. And I think it is the challenge of the House Committee on Tertiary Education now, and the Committee Oversighting Tertiary Education, to look at what are the major challenges of education as of today, so that when government, the executive present budget, they must make sure that those challenges are captured, so that over a period of time, we can bring an end to this decay. I congratulate the mover of the motion once again, because I believe this is a motion which will stand the test of time. Thank you very much.